Welcome inside Welland Stadium as the Welland Jackfish look to keep their winning ways going. They're looking for their third straight win here against the Barrie Baycats. Lineup and first pitch are up next.
Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home. Oh, 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 oh.
Hello everyone again and welcome back to the pond as the Welland Jackfish will look for their third straight win as they play the Barrie Baycats today. I'm Brendan Lang calling this one as Spencer Tangway, lead play-by-play man, is away from the mic. And today I'm joined by Brent Coloman. Brent, Welland has really been playing a lot better baseball lately. And right now, we'll go to the Welland Jackfish starting lineup.
North Welland, BIA. Leading off the right fielder, number 8, Ethan Pasco. Batting second, the center fielder, number 9, Eric Marriott. Batting third baseman, number 23, Dane Toffland. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 39, Matt Hildebrandt. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 24, Griffin Keller. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 7, making his Welland Jackfish debut, Owen Diodati. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 4, Nolan Pettipiece. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 3, Robert Mackey. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 33, Jake Underwood. And on the mound for the Jackfish tonight, wearing number 27, Jake Palanchik. Ladies and gentlemen, for thousands of years, indigenous peoples have walked on this land. Their relationship with this land is at the center of their lives and spirituality. We are gathered on the traditional territory of several indigenous peoples, including the Neutrals, the Mississauga, the Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee. We acknowledge their continuing stewardship of this land. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able to, and please.
Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
It's been a long time coming.
Someone take me home. Oh, 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 oh.
And welcome back inside the pond, as I'm Brendan Lang here, calling this game. And beside me is Brent Colombe. And we got interrupted a little bit earlier before we got those starting lineups in. But right now, Brent, these Jackfish have been playing a lot better lately. What do you think has been the main reason that they've been able to get on this winning streak?
I think they stayed patient defensively, or defensively they've been a lot better, and stayed patient offensively. The big comeback in London was due to them taking some critical pitches wide, and that led to the comeback, scoring 6 runs in the 9th inning. And then at Barrie, it was just all about the pitching and defense. If we can get some starting pitching, then the offense seems to get going and gets flowing, and that seems to be the key.
And that's definitely something early on in the season. The Jackfish really gave up a lot of runs, and it seems like lately they've been able to kind of stop that, at least for this past week or so. On the mound right now is Jake Palanchik. He's getting ready for his 3rd start of the season. Jake Palanchik is from Langley, British Columbia. He was a 11th round pick in 2016 by the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's got all the way up to high A ball in their system, and now he's pitching here for the Jackfish.
Leading off for the Barrie Baycats, center fielder number 15, Jake Wilson.
Jake Wilson, the center fielder, stands in.
I think Palanchik needs to really find the zone early against this Barrie team, and they showed that they can do that on Saturday. They really dominated against the Barrie team.
That one's fouled back. The first pitch of the ball game is for strike 1, and right there is what you were just saying. You really want to get ahead of these hitters, and that's a great way to start it. Strike 1 to start the ball game. Palanchik's ready. He's got the 0-1. That ball's outside. Palanchik on the season has a 5.40 ERA. He's got 9 strikeouts in his 2 starts with the Jackfish. That ball's outside again, ball 2. Looked like a breaking ball. And the count runs to 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts even 2-2. Jake Wilson at the plate right now from Barrie, Ontario. Hitting .347 on the season, so a good guy you want at the top of the lineup. Really seems to get on base. Here's the 2-2. Outside ball 3. And the count will go full to the first hitter this evening.
Yeah, he needs to really zone in here and try to get this first at bat. You do not want to block guys anywhere in this lineup.
Swinging a foul back. That one was off the glove of the catcher, Underwood. We'll touch on it a little later, but Jake Underwood behind the plate today, making his first appearance of the season for the Jackfish. He's actually been called up from the U22 team. This ball's hit on the ground, up the middle, a base hit. Marriott's going to get it in center field as Wilson starts off the ball game with a single.
Left fielder number 95.
And that's exactly what he's done all year. Gets on base a lot. He's got 7 walks on the year. Again, hitting .347, so he's that table setter they have. And now Noel McGarry-Doyle will step up, the left fielder.
Look for Barrie to hit and run here early. They really worked on that in batting practice this afternoon.
Palanchik's ready. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Looked like it might have been a foul tip. It was. Hung on to by Underwood, strike 1. Over at first base, Wilson has 3 steals on the season. And again, we may see him put the runner in motion for a straight steal or for a hit and run. No one hit in the air, center field. Marriott moves over, comes in a few steps, makes the catch. Out number 1 for the Jackfish as Wilson's back to first.
First baseman number 27, Ryan Rio.
Taking a look at the defense for the Jackfish, Ethan Pascoe is in right field. Eric Marriott plays center field, and Owen Diodati plays left field. We'll touch on him a little bit later. On the infield, Dane Tofflin plays third base. Griffin Keller is at first base. Nolan Pettipies plays up the middle at shortstop, and Robert Mackey is the second baseman. And Jake Underwood is the battery mate for Jake Palanchik.
Yeah, watching Palanchik in batting practice, he hit a few off the houses in right. He's got some serious power behind him if he can get a hold of one.
And that,
be very careful here.
And that at the plate is Ryan Rio, listed at 6'3", 275, a big man out there. That one's right on the corner for strike 1. The count's 0-1.
Blanche is really going to have success if he gets keeps getting ahead of the hitters. He was ahead of the first hitter, and ultimately ended up losing him by the single, but he's ahead again here in the count.
That pitch is outside, ball 1. Rio on the year has 6 extra base hits. That's 4 doubles and 2 home runs, so definitely got some power. 5 strikeouts on the year too, so he doesn't strike out too much either. Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground, top foul. Keller picks it up in foul territory. The count is 1-2. Palanchik looks in for the sign. He's got it, checks the runner at first. Not a big lead off from Wilson. And the 1-2. Hit fouled back into the parking lot up over us here in the press box.
This is going to be really difficult on hitters early on. You can see the pitcher in the sun and then the hitters are in the shade. They don't like that adjustment. It's very difficult on the eye to adjust and try to find the spin when the ball's in the sun and they're in the shade. You see it in the MLB all the time with the bigger parks, and it happens here Welland Stadium early in the game.
Runner's moving. This ball's fouled back again. And that's right, definitely tough to pick up the spin on the breaking balls, especially when it's starting in the sun and moving into the shade when you're in the batter's box. Runner Wilson was moving on that pitch, but with 2 strikes. Rio had to protect the plate and he fouled it away. It's still 1-2. Again, Wilson's off first. Palanchik. Ready. And the pitch. Just inside, Rio. Looked like he wanted to swing, but he definitely held off. 2-2.
Yeah, the runner wasn't going there, so it's a little bit of a game here. I think they're going to run more of a hit and run than a straight steal here.
And again, it looks like a good combination to run a hit and run because Rio can definitely handle the bat. And this ball's hit on the ground, first base foul again, as Wilson was moving once more. But he'll go back to first, getting his running in. Count is still 2-2. We have one out here in the first on a fly ball to center fielder Eric Marriott. No score. Palanchik ready and the pitch. Strike 3 called. Jake Palanchik paints a fastball on the outside and there's 2 away here in the first.
That's an excellent pitch there from Palanchik. That was a good battle there, but he was able to get a strikeout. And now, after the single early, he's 1 out away from getting out of this little early jam to start the ballgame.
And that's something you want to see. Once you get to 2 strikes, not too many waste pitches. He went right after that batter, and he got the strikeout. Now is Mike Cicchetto, the designated hitter, standing in the right-handed batter's box. Palanchik ready. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Breaking ball started it at the hip of Cicchetto and broke it in there. Counts 0-1.
Yeah, Dave Phillips seems to have a little bit of a wide strike zone to start the game behind home plate, but that'll be to the advantage of Jake Palanchik for sure. We'll see if Barrie runs here.
Ball hit on the ground at first base. Keller diving stop. Pick it up. He will take it to the bag himself. And the inning is over. 1 runner gets on, but no harm done. Jackfish to bat in the bottom of the first. Welcome back inside the pond on a gorgeous day here for baseball on a thirsty Thursday here at the pond. $3 pond water lager at Welland Stadium today. And looking at the ball game, Ethan Pasco, the right fielder, will get ready to go against the starting pitcher for Barrie, left-hander Marshall Leishman. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. The count's 0-1. Leishman, a 5.8 right-hander, or left-hander, excuse me. He's got a 3.08 ERA on the season. He's made 1 start. This ball's fouled away. Strike 2. This one's going to get foul. Leishman has appeared in 2 games this year, but only starting 1. All in all, 11 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 9. The count's 0-2 early on Pasco. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Makes quick work of the top of the lineup there. One gone here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Pasco just didn't look comfortable in that at bat. Leishman's not very big, but he's got some power from the left side. And that last pitch was able to jam him, get him inside, and didn't have a response.
And that could also be due to what you were talking about earlier with the shadows. That, coupled with the left-on-left matchup, might be difficult to see the baseball here. Another left-on-left matchup is center fielder Eric Marriott stands in. The pitch from Leishman. Up and in. Ball 1, the first ball he's thrown today. As Marriott gets ahead. Strike 1. Right over the plate as he gets back on the horse. The count's 1-1 to Marriott.
Leishman's working very, very quick. You don't see too many starting pitchers work this quickly, especially early in the ballgame, but he just seems like he's just trying to get into a rhythm.
Inside, and it hit Marriott. He'll get to first base. Hit by pitch. Not the best way to get on base, but get on nonetheless. One on now for Dane Tofflin, the third baseman.
Number 23, Dane Tofflin.
I know we've talked a lot about Tofflin on most of the broadcast this year just because of the great start that he's gotten off to. Tofflin hitting .356 in the first 12 games of the season. He's also played very solid defense over there at third base. First pitch in there for a strike from Leishman.
The Jackfish would love to get to him early here. That was success Saturday night in Barrie. They got to their starting pitcher very early and led to 7 runs on the evening for the Jackfish.
Pitch outside to Tofflin for a ball. The count's 1-1. The pitch, runner moving from first base, hit on the ground, foul. Past coach Rick Piliteri at third base. Marriott running on the play right there. As we pull up his stats, he's got 4 stolen bases on the season, so definitely a guy who can steal a couple bases. That may have been more of a hit and run scenario, especially with a 1-1 count.
Yeah, 1-1 count. That was Welland's MO in 2019, was to really run. They led the league in stolen bases by double the next team. So it seems to be their MO. We'll see if they bring it back here. This team's built for a little more power, but if they can get some stolen bases and put some pressure on the pitcher early, that'll be a good key to their offensive success.
That pitch was outside from Leishman. It's 2-2 now. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score. The 2-2 inside in the dirt. Good block back there from the catcher McDonald. Ball 3, it's 3-2. We could see the runner in motion here from first base. And there he goes. Pitch to Tofflin, hit in the air, left field. Going back is the shortstop. Left fielder coming in, and he makes the play. That was Noel McGarry Doyle coming in to run that down.
Tofflin just got jammed on that one a little bit. He just couldn't get his hands extended on it, and that's what led to the pop-up. Marriott did a nice job of getting out, but able to get back in plenty of time. But you never knew if that one was going to fall because the shortstop was going out along with the left fielder, and it could have been dangerous.
Marriott going again. The throw into second. It is not in time as Marriott steals second. His 5th stolen base on the year. And the Jackfish have a runner in scoring position. 2 out. The count's 1-0 on Hildebrandt. Another left-handed on-left matchup. That's the 3rd we've seen today out of the 4 hitters the Jackfish sent to the plate. Swing and a miss from Hildebrandt. Strike 1. Again, we've seen a couple hitters in this game get jammed already. It doesn't look like Leishman's throwing extremely hard, but he may have a little extra life on that fastball.
Yeah, it seems to be lot of late movement on his fastball. And Welland just hasn't timed him up yet. That one was timed up, but he just missed it.
That ball was fouled straight back. Into the screen, 1-2. Now 2 strikes on Hildebrandt.
This is where the Jackfish have struggled, though, with runs in scoring position, especially early in the ball games. They seem to not be able to cash those runs in.
1-2 in the dirt. For a ball, it's 2-2. Hildebrandt on the season's been looking pretty good, has a .333 batting average. He's played in 12 games so far as well. Here's the 2-2 swing and a miss from Hildebrandt. And the inning is over. The Jackfish can't score that run from second base as we go to the top of the second here at Welland Stadium.
Your CA membership can pay for itself. Visit them online.
And we're back here at the pond in the top of the second as we check out the tail of the tape this year for Welland and Barrie. Welland's 5-7 on the year. They got off to a slow start, but have definitely played better baseball late. And Barrie is 5-8. Welland sits in 5th place. Barrie just behind them in 6th place. So this is a big game standings-wise. And of course, Welland 1-0. That was their last game they won against the Baycats.
Leading off the second inning for Barrie, third baseman number 13, Marcel Lacoste.
Jake Palanchik gets ready for his second inning of work here at the pond as Marcel Lacoste stands in, the third baseman. First pitch swing and a miss from Palanchik. Lacoste, left-handed hitter from Gatineau, Quebec, standing 6'1". And the pitch outside for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, Palanchik's strike-to-ball ratio has been really good so far. He's thrown 15 strikes and 6 balls so far, and that's going to be key. To find the strike zone, especially against this younger Barrie team.
That pitch just on the outside corner for strike 2, and that's right. Definitely something you need to do, throw a ton of strikes. Let these hitters get themselves out from time to time. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, another strikeout from Palanchik. 1 out. Looked like an off-speed pitch on the outside from Palanchik. He's thrown quite a few good breaking balls for strikes early on in this game. Palanchik gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Up at the letters for a strike. Strike 1 to David LeBlanc, the right fielder. And the pitch fouled back off the screen. Strike 2, as once again Palanchik is getting ahead of this hitter.
Yeah, LeBlanc was very late on that fastball. Let's see if he stays with the fastball here or he changes up and goes to the breaking ball. He's been able to command both so far.
He did go to the breaking ball and he fouled it away. See, on that right there, I would always think if you see a hitter's late on your fastball, you wouldn't want to go away from it. You'd want to attack with the fastball once again, for him to prove that he can hit it. But he did go to the breaking ball and he got a foul. Count's still 0-2, and here's the pitch. Another breaking ball just off the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, sometimes you see the player tendencies and you want to set him up to go to your strike here, your fastball here. So this might be him trying to set him up and slow his bat back down. We'll see what he does here.
This ball's hit up the middle. He's got it throw over to first in time. Good play by Nolan Pettipiece at shortstop, and there's 2 out.
Second baseman number 25.
Pettipiece making his first start of the season at shortstop. He's usually playing second base. But with Dadson not with the team anymore, looks like Pettipiece will be getting some time over there. At shortstop is Robert Mackey, who played shortstop early in the season, will move over to second base.
Yeah, Pettipiece is a natural third baseman, so he's got that strong arm. He played for the Jackfish in 2019, and most of his starts were on third base. So he's got a very strong arm.
And he definitely looks like a guy who strengthens up the defense, as we saw that right away when he came onto the team. Here's the 0-1. Just down low for a ball.
Yeah, Belanchis hasn't missed much, but when he does, it's on the border. He's not missing by a wide margin. He's looked real sharp so far.
The pitch hit on the ground, first base. Keller gives it a look, but it is foul. That ball rolls into the Baycats bullpen.
The shadows are starting to creep away here as the lights are already on at Welland Stadium. Another great hand-on crowd here on a thirsty Thursday. The dock area is full. We got a reservation there today as well.
Pitch is outside for a ball, and of course it is Thirsty Thursday. That's every Thursday at the pond, but today is also the biggest toga party in the world. Brent's got his toga on, sitting beside me here.
Where's your toga?
That ball's fouled at the plate.
Quickly changing the subject, I see.
Yes, of course. Did not want to throw on that toga today. Didn't need everybody in the crowd to see that. Palanchik is also working quickly as he's ready again. He looks in for the sign. The count's 2-2, and the pitch high in the air. Backing up is Mackey. He's got it. Looks like moves over, and he makes the play. Robert Mackey got the ball, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here at the pond.
For your Welland Jackfish.
Back here at Welland Stadium as Griffin Keller steps up to the plate. Griffin Keller playing first base tonight. His first start at first base. He usually plays in the outfield for the Jackfish. But again, they've had a couple roster moves here lately. So he's playing the infield today as that first pitch is right on the corner for strike one. Keller did not start the season with the Jackfish. He came over as that one's fouled off. Came over after about 3 or 4 games. But he's played pretty well for them. I know in his first game at home, he had a home run. He has 2 on the year, hitting .267. The count's 0-2 quickly on him now, though. And the pitch just off the outside edge for ball 1. Looked like Leishman wanted it, but he didn't get it. Counts 1-2. Pack on the rubber and ready to go. Pitch, swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch from Leishman. A strikeout, and there's one away. Stepping up to the plate now is Owen Diodati, the left fielder.
Left fielder number 7, please welcome Owen Diodati.
Owen Diodati playing in his first game here with the Jackfish. He plays college ball at the University of Alabama. Ball's hit in the air, left field. Moving over is the left fielder on the run. Will he get there? He will! What a play by McGarry Doyle as he had a long way to go for that one as he was shading him to left center field. And a great play to run it down back behind the Jackfish bullpen.
Excellent play there by the Baycats left fielder. That's a tough break for Diodati, who thought he was going to throw out a play, and lots of foul ground here in the Welland Stadium. That's unfortunate in his first at bat with the Welland Jackfish.
That's right, and Welland is definitely a pitcher's ballpark, as the first pitch is just at the knees for strike one. As one thing, it's one of the bigger parks, with it being 400 feet to center field, and the foul territory is big, so a lot of chances for foul outs. That ball's topped up the first base line, but rolls foul. 0-2. As that is one thing Leishman has done, is he has got ahead, I think, of every hitter that he's faced so far. Quickly 2 outs here for Leishman. He's ready, he's got his sign and the pitch. Outside, ball 1. That ball's down, ball 2. As this is Nolan Pettipies, the shortstop. The count is even. Pitch hit in the air. Foul down the right field line. That one got out of play. It looked like it might have made its way onto the right field berm, but it went out of play and into the softball field behind the pond. Pitch from Leishman, swing and a miss. Another strikeout as he quick pitched him there, and the inning is over. Jackfish don't get any as we move to the top of the third.
It's the Jackfish.
Favorite pregame meals, probably Tim Hortons donut, a couple apple fritters, and a coffee. I'm good to go. 23, I don't really have a reason. Kind of just had some of my best games wearing number 23, so I kind of stuck with it. And obviously Michael Jordan too, I guess. But my walk-up song is Facts by Kevin Gates. I'm just a big Kevin Gates fan, so it was an easy choice for me. If we're going out, myself. Maybe Toronto, just because it's a small park and infield flies almost a home run, so. Oof. Shutter Island. Can be like about my host family too. Yeah, I'd probably say my host family. They've been a great fit, and they've been great to not only to myself but to Eric as well. Well, he eats a lot like me too, so I don't feel bad about the grocery bill. Call of Duty, working out, and that's about it. Maybe some golf if there's some nice weather. Oh, nothing to brag about. Championship. MVP.
Ball hit in the air, right field. Going back on it is Pasco. He stops just in front of the warning track, and he makes the play.
Center fielder Jake Wilson.
Ethan Pasco had to pull up just in front of the warning track. That was Carson Burns, the shortstop, who was just at the plate for Barrie. Now back to the top of the order. Low and inside for a ball. This is Jake Wilson, the center fielder. He got a base hit his first time up as he grounded a ball up the middle. Here's the 1-0, fouled straight back. Strike one, the count's 1-1. As you mentioned earlier, Palanchik played in the Northwest League, which is an A-ball league, professionally with the Hillsboro Hops of the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, as that ball's fouled back. In 2019, before COVID shut the league down because there was no baseball in the minor leagues in 2020, he had a 5.40 ERA during that time as well. One ball, two strikes, and the pitch low and inside. That ball in the dirt, in fact. Good play to get a glove on it by Underwood. The count is even. It's a 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air into right field. Backing up is the right fielder, Pasco, and as this ball's off the warning track and off the wall. Pasco's going to dig it out of the corner. He's on his way to second, and he'll pull up there with a double. Jake Wilson with his second hit of the game, as the first one was a single. That one goes for a double as he drove that one on a line down the right field line. Thought he might stretch that into a triple as he's got decent speed, but he stayed there at second because of the great job in right field by Pasco of digging that ball out.
Yeah, that was an excellent relay there from the Jackfish. They went out, got the ball back quickly. They thought about 3 originally. Barrie team was yelling for 3, but Jackfish were able to keep him at second.
Outside to McCary Doyle as he flew out to the center fielder Marriott his last time up. This is a big batter for Palanchik to get, as you want to leave those runners out there at second base. The 1-0, just inside for a ball. Two and 0 is the count to the left fielder, McCary Doyle. He's ready in the batter's box, and time is called. Just as he was getting into his windup, the batter called time, and a lot of times pitchers definitely don't like that, but he seems to be okay with it. He's back on the rubber. He's ready to go. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This ball's blooped into left field. Backing up is the left fielder, and he makes the play. Owen Diodati out there in left field getting his first chance, and he made easy work of it. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here at Welland Stadium.
Remember to show you
Back here at Welland Stadium as we go to the bottom of the third, Robert Mackey, the second baseman, gets ready to hit here against Marshall Leishman, who's made quick work of this Jackfish lineup as the number 8 hitter is leading off the third inning. Once again, gets ahead with strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2, 0-2. Mackey played shortstop to start the season. He was out of the lineup for a little there as Brendan Dadson was playing shortstop for a while, and Nolan Pettipiece played second base, but he's back in there today. That ball's in the dirt. Counts 1-2. Pitch hit on the ground, third base side, but foul. As third baseman Marcel Lacoste took a look at it.
Mackey seems to be just getting adjusted to this league. It's a little different than what he's used to, but if he can find his swing and take balls like that, then he'll really have success in this league. He's got all the tools.
Now he's ready in the box for the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Did he foul it? He did not. Strike 3 as he'll head back to the dugout. One gone here in the bottom of the third as Leishman continues to mow down this Jackfish lineup.
Underwood.
Now Jake Underwood, the catcher, will get ready to hit. He bats from the left side. One of 4 call-ups from the junior Jackfish team in today's game, as that pitch is just over the outside edge for a strike. Not all four are in the starting lineup, as Underwood, of course, is, and Ethan Pascoe, the right fielder, is also a call-up from the U22 team.
Well, it's really been big for the Jackfish development to bring that U22 team here to Welland.
This ball's hit in the air. Everybody's going to converge on it. Coming in as left fielder, he calls everybody off, and he makes an amazing play. Noel McCary-Doyle with another spectacular catch as he looked like he overran that ball. And he just threw his glove up as that ball might have gotten back into fair territory if he didn't catch it.
Right fielder number 8.
And there are 2 out. That's one of those tough plays known as a trouble spot pop-up, as you had the shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder all converging on that one. And of course, the outfielders got priority to make that play, and he made it. Two out as we go back to the top of the lineup. Ethan Pascoe steps in. Pitch hit on the ground to the second baseman. He's up with it. Jansen throw on to first. And they got him. The Jackfish are set down in order once again as we move to the top of the fourth. but the defense behind him has looked better. Strike 2 on the outside corner, 0-2. Palanchik set, here's the 0-2. Upstairs, he got him to chase for strike 3. 1-2-3 inning once again from the starter Palanchik as we go to the bottom of the fourth. No score at Welland Stadium.
Presented by Kit Steele, your rebar specialist. Visit them online tonight at leading off the fourth inning for your Welland Jackfish.
Leading off here in the fourth inning is the center fielder Eric Marriott. Marriott was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He stole second as well as he's got 5 steals on the season. Eric Marriott has also played in the Canadian Baseball League for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. He stole 21 bags that year, so that shows right there that he's got some speed as he tries to lay down a bunt. But he bunts through it as it's strike 1. Marriott trying to throw the rhythm off of the starter Leishman as he steps out of the box, but he's ready to go now. Pitch, swing and a miss, another breaking ball from Leishman, and it's strike 2. Marriott was actually set to become the head coach of Moose Jaw in 2021, but their season was called off, so he decided to join the Jackfish as he fouled that one away. Still 0-2. Once again, a big theme we've seen today is Leishman getting ahead of hitters, and that's something we talked about early on as well. You really need to be able to get that ball over the plate to be successful at any level of baseball, especially this one as Marriott lines the ball into left field for a base hit. Eric Marriott's on at first base, and Dane Tofflin, the third baseman, will step up.
Your third baseman, number 23, Dane Tofflin.
They are able to get Marriott into scoring position by stealing the last inning. So we'll see if they do that. Last time he was on base. We'll see if they do that again here. Or no outs. It's interesting to see how the Jackfish play this.
Hit on the ground, third base side is foul, especially with nobody out and possibly your best hitter, Dane Tofflin, at the plate, who has a lot of power and is able to score the runner from first base. The steal doesn't look to be in order here, but we will see how this at-bat plays out. Got to get back to first now, and he's picked off at first base. A great snap throw from Marshall Leishman as he caught Eric Marriott napping. He didn't seem to have a massive lead-off either. He just lost focus for a second, and Leishman took advantage. There's one out now. But Tofflin still up, 0-1. Inside for a ball, as Tofflin just stood in there and lifted his hands. Pitch hit on the ground, in between the hole, and it's going to get through. Carson Burns took a dive for it, but he couldn't make the play. As now Tofflin is on at first base, and now You really see that pickoff come into play as there would be runners at first and second with nobody out. Now just a runner at first with one out. And especially in a game like this, it really hurts to lose base runners like that.
Yeah, you never want to lose a base runner, but to get picked off at first with your best hitter, like you said, who's been your most consistent hitter all season, it's a difficult blow because now we'd have runners on first and second, maybe even first and third, because that ball was slowly hit into the outfield.
That's right, and with Hildebrandt coming up, who definitely has some big power. Tofflin takes his lead. Here he goes. He's on the move. Throw into second and head first slide, and he's in there. A stolen base for Dane Tofflin as he gets himself into scoring position. Tofflin doing it all today, as that is his 6th stolen base on the season. Not somebody you think of when you think of great speed, but he's showing it off right there, and definitely a good knowledge for running the bases. He's at second, he's off for third. This ball's hit into the gap. Hildebrandt drives one into center field. Moving over is the center fielder, Wilson, and he makes the play. Tofflin's got to go back to first. And there's 2 out. As Hildebrandt seemed to have hit that ball pretty hard, might have gotten it off the end of the bat a little bit, as it was a big swing, but it seemed to die in the air there. And the wind has again started to slow down. That's something I noticed in batting practice as well. The ball really didn't seem to be carrying as well as it usually does.
No, on a hot, humid night, and there's no wind here at the Welland Stadium. The flags are dead silent. Normally you have some wind blowing out towards center field or the right center, but there's no breeze here at all in Welland Stadium on a hot, muggy night. And our weatherman, Spencer Tangway, telling us that 27 degrees, no wind here today.
No, definitely not. It was a hot day today in the sun. Now the sun's gone down. It's a little cooler, but still, the ball just not carrying out to the outfield. This is the first baseman, Griffin Keller, as Tofflin was off for third on the pitch that Hildebrandt hit into center field, but now he's back at second. Here's the pitch to Keller. Looked like he wanted to swing, didn't, and he made a good choice as that was a ball outside.
I think you'll see Tofflin go again here. He had a really good lead on that one that was hit by Hildebrandt.
Ball's outside, looked like a breaking ball. That would have been a good pitch to run on for Tofflin, as the count is 2-1. And a lot of the time you don't see players like to steal third base with a left-handed hitter in the batter's box. A lot of the time they like to go with the right-handed hitter because it gives the catcher another thing to think about. But Tofflin's dancing off second, not running. Here's this ball's hit up the middle. Right behind second is the shortstop. He'll throw on to first. And the inning is over. The Jackfish get 2 runners on. They get one to scoring position, but don't score as we move to the top of the 5th.
For Barrie, right fielder David LeBlanc.
No score as we go to the top of the fifth. The right fielder David LeBlanc will step up to the plate. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Welland Jackfish. As on Friday, that's tomorrow, they will play in Hamilton. And then Sunday, they will be in Kitchener to take on the first place Panthers. And then Tuesday, August 10th, they will be back at Barrie. This ball's hit up the middle. Good play. Throw on to first. Not in time. Pettipies picked it up just in front of second base. And he made a strong throw, but the ball just wasn't hit hard enough as LeBlanc ran it out.
Good speedball, LeBlanc. That was played by Pettipies, but the ball just seemed to die on the infield there. And nothing wrong with that play. Just LeBlanc with too much speed out of the batter's box.
Now here's Owen Jansen up to the plate. Back to first. A good throw, but he's back in there easily. Jansen popped the ball up to second baseman Robert Mackey last time up as that ended an inning. That was the second inning, and he's now hitting with a runner at first base. Big lead off of first by the runner LeBlanc. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back for strike one. LeBlanc at first base has one stolen base on the year, but it looks like he's got decent speed as the way he beat that ball up the line. And he's got a very aggressive leadoff at first base. As Palanchik looks in for the sign, checks the runner at first base. He's ready, and the pitch, runner's moving towards second. Throw down there, the tag, and he's safe at second base. A good throw from the catcher Underwood, and a good tag by Pettipies, but it just wasn't in time. As LeBlanc steals his second base of the season.
Thought they had time to get him there, but I don't think they applied the tag properly. That's third base umpire Ben Mercy called him safe and pointed to the tag. I don't think he got him, but the throw definitely was there on time.
Might have been one of those swim move slides that we see from time to time in the big leagues. Again, dancing off his second is LeBlanc. Outside, as it looked like Palanchik was distracted by the runner out there, and that's a time that you really just got to step off when that runner is dancing out there like that. Step off, look him back to the base. But he threw the pitch and it was way outside, and it counts 2-1. Pitch hit. Hard but foul down the first base line. As somebody from the Barrie dugout will go grab that one.
A little bit of a cat and mouse here game with the runner on second. He really trying to get a big lead there at second base. We'll see if Pettipies tries to come in behind him and throw a pickoff play.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
So it was brought to our attention there was something going on there, but the score is 0-0 if you just joined us. That ball sliced down the line, and LeBlanc is around third. He's in to score. The runner going into second base, and he's in there with a double. Owen Jansen with an RBI double, and now it is 1-0. First run of the game there on an RBI double from the second baseman Jansen. Didn't look like a terrible pitch from Palanchik. It was on the outside corner. But he stayed with it and slapped the ball the other way. Now I'm meeting on the mound. Brian Essery is out there, the manager. It looks like he's doing all the talking right now. Palanchik still pitching well, but he does have a runner at second.
Yeah, I think that was a good time for manager Esri to go out, just settle him down, have a conversation with Underwood, talk about the next batter, and get refocused. Palanchik has had a good start to this ball game. Just in a little bit of trouble here in this inning.
He's ready, and the pitch down in the dirt, but a good job by the catcher, Underwood, as he blocked that one well. And the runner will stay put at second base.
Underwood's been really solid behind the plate, keeping these runners at their current positions.
Here's the pitch. High at the letters for a strike. As the catcher, Jake McDonald, didn't seem too thrilled with that call. But it is strike one, the count's 1-1. And here's the pitch. Sliced down the line, it is a foul ball. Just down the line over the first baseman's head in Griffin Keller. And the count is 1-2.
Another late swing by the Baycats, but that last one scored the run down the line. And that's one almost stayed fair, but the man just sliced foul.
Palanchik's got a 1-2 count here. He's set, and the pitch. Swinging a foul tip. Underwood couldn't hang on to it, as that's always a tough play for the catcher. As it seems there's more luck involved with that play than a lot of skill. As that one was fouled straight back, just glanced off his glove. The count's still 1-2. Palanchik looking in for a while. Now he's got the sign. Long look back at second. Time is called at the plate by McDonald. And that's something you want to do as a hitter as well, because when the pitcher's looking back at second base, the runner out there is frozen. So as the hitter, you want to help out your runner there and call time. And that's exactly what McDonald did. But now he's back in the box. And he's ready for the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He bounced it in there, thought it was called a foul ball, but it's not. A strikeout for Palanchik, and there's one out as McDonald is thrown out. 2-3 on the putout after the strikeout.
Shortstop Carson Burns.
Another good breaking ball there from Palanchik. And nice job by Underwood to block that though in the dirt and then throw the ball over first.
Here is Carson Burns now. He's ready to face Palanchik, and the first pitch is up high for a ball.
I thought that was a pretty good pitch. I looked to catch the corner, but called high.
Looked like a pitch earlier on in the inning was in a pretty similar spot, and that was called a strike. And now this one's been called a ball. It is 1-0. Ball's hit in the air. Nobody can find it. And it's well foul. Back behind the plate as it banged off the roof back here.
From Grimsby comes up with that foul ball.
As a fan from Grimsby picks up the baseball. And that's what you talked about earlier. This sky right now is very tough to see the ball when it goes up high. As you saw the catcher and the third baseman on that play looking up, they didn't really have any clue where that ball was headed. Burns is set in the box. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch from Palanchik. Strike two. Burns flew out to right field his first time up. Score is 1-0 as the Baycats bat here in the top of the 5th. Polanchik taking a while to get the sign. Now he's got it. He's set. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Outside ball. It's 2-2. Wanted to come back with a breaking ball, but couldn't quite get it over the outside corner.
Yeah, his breaking ball seems to have failed him a little bit here in this inning. It's a little bit outside, and he's pushing the breaking ball, it seems to be a little bit. If he can dial that back in, he'll get out of this jam.
He's ready for the 2-2 pitch. And here it is. Once again fouled off. That one's going to get over the roof, this time into the parking lot. It's 2-2, and the breaking ball was something that was really working for him early on in this start, and it has seemed to escape it a little bit here in the 5th. And he's given up a couple hits. And the count's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate. It looked like it got a piece of the batter, Burns. But he seems to be okay as the umpire's going to dust off the plate. Give him a couple seconds here to get ready and stand back in. One out here in the 5th on that strikeout of McDonald. Again, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, another foul ball. Great play down there by somebody from that Baycats dugout.
This is a real battle and war with the number 9 hitter, Carson Burns. Carson Burns has been battling strong here with Polanchik. Polanchik's trying to get a strikeout here, keep the runner at second base, and advance into third.
And that's exactly what you want out of your 9-hole hitter, is to make the pitcher work, as now he hits the ball in the air. Coming in is the first baseman. Now the second baseman, Mackey, calls him off and he makes the play. 2 gone, as that ball wasn't hit high enough to get over the lights here, so it stayed in sight. And there's 2 outs as now we move to the top of the order, but still a very good at-bat from the number 9 hitter, Carson Burns.
Yeah, it was a strong at-bat from Burns. But now Polanchik's got to deal with Wilson, who's got 2 hits on the evening. And some serious pop in his bat from the left side.
That's right, Jake Wilson will step up to the plate now. He has a single and a double so far. Here's the pitch to him. That ball's down for ball 1. This ball's hit in the air, but foul. Getting out into the seats, past the seats, because nobody's going to be able to make a play on that one.
If nothing else, Barrie has really put the stress on the pitch count of Polanchik. He's at 73 pitches now through 4 2/3 innings.
That's right, and he's been pitching very well up to this point. So that must be a point of emphasis for Barrie, is to get that pitch count up, maybe get into that Jackfish bullpen as this ball's hit on the ground. Pettipies gets a terrible hop as this ball's into center field, and that'll score another run. That ball was not hit too sharply at the shortstop, Nolan Pettipies, but just a terrible hop out there, and it bounced off his chest.
Noel McGarry Doyle.
And another run comes into scores. We'll see how that is scored.
That'll be scored a base hit. That's just a terrible hop. That's nothing Pettipies can do. That ball absolutely rocketed up at his chest.
And if that is considered a base hit, that will be the 3rd hit on the day for leadoff hitter Jake Wilson. Pitch just on the outside corner for strike 1. The score is now 2-0 Barrie as we play top 5. Runner on at first base is Wilson. He had a stolen base early on in this game. That ball swing and a miss. Or it was fouled, actually, into the catcher's glove. The count is 0-2 with 2 outs. McGarry Doyle has flown out twice today. Once into center field, once into left field. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Runners on the move. Hit up the middle. What a play by Pettipies. He picks it up, but he's not going to have a play. As that ball glanced off the pitcher and almost went into center field. The crowd's looking for something, but they're not going to get it. As Pettipies still made a great play to stop that ball up the middle after it deflected off Palanchik.
Yeah, that was an extra point by Pettipies. That's 2 bad hops you've seen in the last 2 plays for Pettipies. That one could have ended up in center field, and that could have been trouble for the Jackfish. Again, another not hard hit ball, but just finding the right spots for Barrie, getting the Palanchik here in the 5th inning.
And now he's going to have to deal with the big hitter, Ryan Rio, as that ball's inside. Rio sitting with 2 home runs on the season. This is a big spot for Palanchik if he can work out of this. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, Mackey. He's up with it. Throw on to first, and the inning is over. But the Baycats do score 2 as they take the lead in the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th as the Jackfish look to get something going here at Welland Stadium. Back here in Welland, as Barrie took the lead in the last half of the inning. It's 2-0, but Owen Diodati will step up to the plate. He flew it to left field on a great play by the left fielder, McGarry Doyle, on his last time up. He ran that ball down in foul territory. Diodati set in the batter's box. Pitch fouled straight back. That's strike 2. Or check that. That is strike 1. The count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back into the seats. And a fan making a play on that one. We'll see where he's from. Diodati definitely looking to do something special here for his hometown team, as that sounds like it broke his bat as that ball's fouled again. One thing that Leishman has really been able to do today is get in on the hands of these Jackfish hitters. That ball must have some extra late life on it, especially to those left-handed hitters in this lefty-lefty matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till
Yeah, Daddy would love to get going here in this first game, like you said, in front of his home crowd. Niagara Falls, local kid. Big draw for him tonight.
That ball's high for a ball, as you saw that hesitation move by the pitcher Leishman, just trying to throw the timing off, but he missed upstairs, and it's 2-2.
50 tickets before the end of the 7th inning.
Pitch swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Leishman as Diodati is set down on strikes. One out as Nolan Pettipies, the shortstop, will step up to the plate.
Diodati's timing seems to be just off. He was a little late on that fastball. And for all the talent he has, it just seems to be he's not seeing the ball very well right now.
That seems to be a common theme with a lot of the hitters on this Jackfish roster, as they've collected 2 hits so far today. That ball's inside, almost got a piece of Pettipies, but he got out of the way. It's ball 2, and might be the first time we've seen Leishman really fall behind a Jackfish hitter today.
Yeah, he hasn't fallen behind many hitters, and he's working quick.
But he's right back in there with a strike, and it's 2-1. Pitch hit in the air. That ball's fouled back. Pettipies has played in 3 games for the Jackfish so far this year, and he's gotten off to a pretty good start. He's got 5 hits and 11 at-bats in those games. Throw in 1 double in there as well. Pettipies, the longest tenured guys. He shoots the ball to third base, but a diving play out there. And there are 2 gone on a great play by Marcel Lacasse as the Baycats defense continues to shine. Put a star next to that play in my scorebook. And here's Robert Mackey. Count 0-1. That ball was hit hard by Pettipies, but again, a great play down there at third base.
Yeah, it was an excellent defensive play as third baseman. And Leishman back working quickly again, ahead, 0-2 on a count. Seems to be leading to his success tonight.
Fouled at the plate. It looks like he got a piece of the catcher, McDonald. So he's going to take his mask off. He's going to walk this one off as he goes out to the mound. He's going to talk to Leishman. One thing I've noticed about the pitcher as well is he's really varied his time to home plate. Sometimes he's got that hesitation move. He'll quick pitch the odd time. And of course, hitting is so important to have your timing down. And if a pitcher can vary his times, it's very, very important. It'll be a big benefit for him. And it has been so far in this game. As McDonald still hopping around behind the plate, but he looks to be good to go. Mackey digs in, and it's an 0-2 pitch from Leishman. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout on an off-speed pitch, and the inning is over. The Jackfish can't score, and we'll go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Barrie.
or summon one of our many staff members to learn more.
Jake Palanchik just finishing off his warm-up tosses here in the top of the sixth as he continues to throw out there.
This inning of Jackfish Baseball is presented to you by Employment Solutions. Make your next job a home run by visiting
As leading off this inning will be the designated hitter, Mike Cicchetto. Cicchetto has grounded out twice today.
For the Baycats, DH, Michael Cicchetto.
As the Jackfish bullpen starts to stir here in the top of the sixth. Palanchik has been very strong so far, though. He's ready, and the pitch, swing and a miss from Cicchetto. A big cut. He was definitely looking to do some damage on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have lost any life on his fastball, that's for sure. It seems to be his command with the breaking ball sometimes has got him into trouble.
Another swing and a miss, and that was on an off-speed pitch. As somebody is now throwing down in the Jackfish bullpen. Pitch fouled straight back. So they'll do it again on an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch from Palanchik. Inside, and they got the call, but he dropped the ball at the plate. Throw it over to first to complete the strikeout, 1 out. As that was a perfectly placed breaking ball from Palanchik. As you just talked about, he had some trouble last inning locating that pitch. Looks to have it back here in the sixth.
5 free wings, courtesy of Angelina's Pizzeria now. Add that S.
5 free wings for all the fans here in attendance. Courtesy of Angela's Pizza on King Street in Welland. Check them out if you can. But get down to the ballpark. Check out all the in-game entertainment here for the Welland Jackfish.
Pitch is high for a ball, as this is Marcel Lacasse, the third baseman. Struck out twice so far, so he's going to be looking to avoid the hat trick here. Swing and a miss. The count is 1-1. This ball's high for ball 2. Go ahead.
Lacasse struck out both times to play today. Let's see if he can make it 3.
That was inside. That's ball 3. It's 3-1. Looking in Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays are in action tonight against the Cleveland Indians. They lead 3-0 in the top of the 7th. Bo Bichette has all 3 RBIs for the Blue Jays today. Back to this action here in the IBL as that ball's fouled straight back over the screen for strike 2, and the count will go full as Palanchik's worked back into this one.
Odd Thursday night where this is the only game on the docket in the Intercounty Baseball League tonight.
That's right. Usually Thursdays there's quite a few games going on across the league, but this is the only one today as that pitch is outside for a ball. He lost him. A walk to Lacasse, and that one's really got a sting, considering that he's gotten him on strikes twice today. David LeBlanc, the right fielder, will now step up to the plate. Lacasse, the runner at first, conservative lead down there as Keller holds him on. Shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike. As Tofflin was crashing hard from third base. And the hitter LeBlanc thought that was a ball. That's why he pulled the bat back. But it was called a strike and the count's 0-1. We'll see if they keep the bunt on here. Here comes the 0-1. He squares again. The runner's on the move. Throw down to second. It is not in time as the throw skipped in there from Underwood. And that's the second stolen base of the day for the Baycats. Barrie really pushing the envelope on the bases, as you've seen them distract the pitcher out there at second base, getting big leadoffs, and now stealing another base. Now they got a runner in scoring position with one out. The count's 1-1. Pitch inside. Ball 2. Two and 1 as we play here in the top of the 6th. Barrie leads it 2-0. They scored both those runs last inning in the top of the 5th. Ball foul straight back off the screen. Count goes to 2-2. Two-two count to David LeBlanc. Again, the runner bouncing off of second base, and time is called at the plate. As Palanchik really held the ball there, trying to get that runner to stop moving out there. That's something you definitely want to do as a pitcher. You want to make sure that runner stops out there at second base so he can't get a walking lead and go into third base. Time's called again.
Blanks is the count even here. Let's see if we can get a strikeout and strand this base runner at second.
LeBlanc ready in the box. Palanchik ready on the mound. And the pitch, little bloop into center field. That ball's going to get down. Marriott's going to pick it up. They're going to hold the runner at third base as LeBlanc gets a weakly hit single over the shortstop's head. But the Baycats are in business with runners at the corners and one away here in the 6th.
Yeah, a lot of the contact for the hits with the Baycats has not been solid contact. There's been a lot of off the end of the bat type contact, but they're getting the balls to fall in the right spots.
That's right, as the coach for the Jackfish, Rick Pilateri, is out of the dugout. There's a meeting on the mound now. As it looks like getting loose down in the bullpen is Austin Olds, the right-hander. Meeting is over on the mound. And Palanchik will stay in the ballgame. Now here comes Owen Jansen to the plate. He checks the runner at first. Now he's ready. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This ball's fouled away down the third base side. Jansen has popped out and has hit a single today. He singled into left field his last time up in the 5th. Which was, again, not a very hard hit ball. But I don't think Palanchik has given up a hard hit ball today at all.
No, most of the contact that's found the holes has been soft contact off the end of the bat.
The next pitch, foul ball at the plate. So that might have caught the umpire. Count is 0-2 as great job by Palanchik to get ahead of this hitter after he had the mound visit. Haven't seen a lot of 0-2 counts today, but here's one right now. We'll see if he can get the strikeout with one out. Runners at first and third. A big spot here for the Baycats if they want to bust this game open. Owen Jansen at the plate. Holding his hands high behind his head. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch as the runner's moving for second base, and that ball's fouled out into the Jackfish bullpen. Again, the runner was moving on the pitch for the Baycats. And that's a play you'll see a lot of the time with runners at first and third. You'll see that guy try to get into second base and try to force the opposition to throw through to second base, see if they can steal a run.
You know, Blanc has a lot of movement there on first base.
Regular size lead, not running here. That ball's down low. For a ball, the count moves to 1-2.
Lance is working out the stretch here, but he has, like you said earlier, he has not had a lot of hard hit contact against them. Just can't seem to be putting away these Baycats hitters. He's been fouling off a lot of pitches every single at bat.
That's definitely something we've noticed after that third inning with the Baycats offense. Not necessarily putting a lot of balls in play, but driving that pitch count up for Palanchik. And that's why the Jackfish bullpen has got to get up here, because Palanchik has thrown so many pitches. And that must have been something that was relayed to them in the dugout after they were set down pretty easily through the first 3 or 4 innings.
Yeah, this next pitch is going to be points. Is 100 pitch on the evening.
Again, the runner goes. This ball's hit into center field. Marriott drifting over, but it's going to be the left fielder coming in to make the play. Now the throw to the plate, a perfect throw. A great job by Owen Diodati. He came in, called everybody off, made the play, and threw a strike to hold the runner, Lacasse, at third base.
Catcher Jake McDonald.
Runner LeBlanc was moving on the pitch, but of course with the fly ball, he's now back at first base, and there's 2 outs now with runners at the corners.
Yeah, that was an excellent play from Diodati. He got a good jump on that ball, and then strong throw in a home plate to keep that run from scoring. That ball was not hit hard again, but shallow in the outfield. And Jackfish defense able to save a run there.
Now Jake McDonald steps to the plate. And of course, when you think of somebody who goes to the University of Alabama to play baseball like Diodati does, you think of the offense, but you see right there too, that was great defense as well and a perfect throw. Here comes the pitch, foul. Foul ball's runner was moving on the play, but LeBlanc's got to go back again. Now that's 3 times he's took off from first base and has had to retreat back to the bag. Palanchik still working here in the 6th.
I just turned mine off.
To the catcher, Jake McDonald. It's a 1-1 count, and here's the pitch. A breaking ball right over the plate for strike 2. And this would be huge for the confidence of the Jackfish if he could work out of this right now. They've had their struggles with the bats today, but let's see if this can boost their energy. Here is the 1-2 pitch from Palanchik. Runner going again. That ball's outside. They're not going to throw, as that'll be a stolen base for LeBlanc, the 3rd of the game for the Baycats. The count is 2-2. 2 outs now, runners at 3rd and 2nd. A 2-strike pitch. High and outside. The count will now run full.
Yes, he does not want to walk him here, but he's also got an open base. So he's got some room to play with here.
That's right, he's got an open base and the number 9 hitter coming up. But a full count right now to the 8-hitter McDonald. And the pitch. Hit on the ground to the third baseman Tofflin. Gloves. Throw on the run. He got him. Great play by Dane Tofflin as he came in and threw a strike to the first baseman Keller. The Baycats don't add to their lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 here at the Pond.
All right, Jackfish. The catcher, number 33, Jake.
Back here at the pond,
Underwood.
Brendan Lang still here with you. Thank you for joining us, and I'm joined here with Brent Cologne. 2-0 Baycats as we move into the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off will be the catcher, Underwood, as he's set for his second at-bat of the game. He's in the box, and here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball. This would be a great spot for Underwood to find a way to get on base and turn that lineup over for the leadoff part of this lineup. But that ball's hit into the gap into center field, but moving over is the center fielder Wilson, and he makes the play. A good swing by Underwood, but just couldn't get far enough into that outfield. As we've talked about earlier, the ball is not carrying much today,
Your right fielder,
and Wilson ran it down
Ethan
quite easily.
Pasco.
Now here's Ethan Pasco. He'll step to the plate. Pasco, a call-up from the Welland Jackfish junior team, as he's going to lay down a bunt. Coming in, the throw is going to be, and he got him at first. A great play by the third baseman, Lacoste, and the manager of the Jackfish Estuary is out of the dugout, as that play did not look to be that close at first. Estuary was out of the dugout right away.
It looked like here that he clearly beat him at first base. It's too bad we don't have a replay system, but he looks like Estuary is out to argue that, but it looks like he clearly beat him at first base.
That's first base umpire Jeff Rose with the call. As the fans here in Welland are getting on the umpires now. That was a close play, but he's thrown out at first, and there's 2 out here. 2 quick outs for the Jackfish in the 6th, and the center fielder Marriott will step up.
Center fielder, number 9, Eric Marriott.
That was an excellent attempt by Pasco there to try to lay down the bunt. I think he beat it out, but the Jackfish need to get some base runners here and put some pressure on Leachman.
Definitely a close play at first base, as that ball is up and inside. It's ball 1. The next pitch is right down the middle for a strike. 1-1. The play was close, but still a great job by the third baseman, Lacasse, to come in and get that ball and throw a perfect strike across the diamond. The count's now 2-1 as that pitch missed off the outer edge. Leishman rocks, he's ready to go. Same pitch, same call. Ball 3, 3-1. Jackfish really need base runners right now as we play in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. The count is 3-2 now. Got to find a way to get on for Tofflin to come up next. Here's the 3-2. Foul ball. He could not be hung on to behind the plate. Count stays 3-2.
Yeah, Marriott's really battling here. He's going to try to get Tofflin up. He's been Jackfish's most consistent power hitter this season.
And Marriott's been on base twice today. Was hit by a pitch in the 1st and singled in the left field in the 4th. That pitch is high for a ball. As he goes on to first base, and Dane Tofflin will now step up to the plate, and this is exactly the man you want for the situation.
Third baseman, number 23, Dane Tofflin.
A great at-bat there from Marriott as he worked the count full, fouled a few pitches off, and ultimately worked the walk. Tofflin will now face the lefty Leishman. Here's the pitch. Strike. Looked like it was at the knees. 0-1. Leishman once again getting ahead of a Jackfish hitter. Tofflin taps his bat on the plate. He's ready in the box. They're going to pick off to first base. Marriott's on his way to second. They're going to throw in there the slide, and he's safe. Using the great speed there to get into second base. with a lefty, a lot of the time you're going to be moving, or you're going to be running on first movement, and he was there. It was a pickoff, but he still got into second base.
Yeah, that's the next one by Barrie. They had him dead to rights, and he was able to slide in there ahead of the tag. Not a very great throw from the first baseman there. Ryan Rio, that throw was to the third base side of the bag.
That ball is outside. Counts 1-1, and now Tofflin will get a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. And that is something that the Jackfish have struggled with this season, is hitting with runners in scoring position. Let's see if Tofflin can come through here right now. Checks the runner at second, and the pitch bends it over the plate for a strike. The count's 1-2, and time is called quickly by the catcher McDonald. He'll go out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher.
Yeah, I think that got crossed up a little bit there. It looked like he was ready for a fastball. And with the runner at second, they're going to have to change up the signs here so that Marriott can't signal into Tofflin.
2-0 is our score. Counts 1-2 to Tofflin. Leishman checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Tofflin wanted to go after the one, he held off, and it's ball outside. Great job by Tofflin there, really thinking about driving that ball, and held off just at the last second, and it's 2-2. He's ready in the box. Leishman checks the runner once again. Pretty big lead off a second for Marriott. Here's the pitch. Down, and a great block at home plate by McDonald. Jake McDonald's had a great game back there blocking balls, and that was a huge one. One of the more pivotal in the game to prevent that runner from getting into third base. And now the count is full. Leishman's got his sign. Marriott off a second. And the 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air into center field. Moving over now is the right fielder. He is under it, and he makes the play. LeBlanc moved over. He called off the center fielder, and he made the catch. And once again, the Jackfish can't cash in with runners in scoring position. We go to the top of the seventh, 2-0 Barrie.
Please direct your attention once again to the Jackfish dugout. Leading off the 7th inning.
Back here in Welland,
Barrie, shortstop.
2-0 in the 7th inning as we have a pitching change for the Jackfish. Jake Palanchic's day is done, and the right-hander Brett Lawson will come out of the bullpen. A 6'8" right-hander. He's made one appearance this year. It was a start. This is his first appearance on the season for the Jackfish as he was signed just a couple weeks ago. He has been in the IBL for quite a while as his stats go all the way back to 2011 when he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He winds, he's set. The pitch is right over the inside corner for a strike.
Talking to GM Jason McKay about Lawson, they really like his veteran leadership out in the bullpen, and he just comes in and throws strikes.
That's right, doesn't look to have too much velocity behind that pitch, but he can get it over the plate. And that's strike 2. Lawson working quickly. He's ready, and the next pitch right down the middle for strike 3. Brett Lawson faces one hitter, and he's got one strikeout, 1 out in the 7th. Speaking of that veteran leadership, Brett Lawson has pitched in the IBL for quite a while, and he has 5 IBL championships under his belt. So that's somebody that can definitely lead the way on this pitching staff for the Jackfish. Ball's hit up the middle, a barehanded grab! He'll throw it to first, and he got him! What a play by Brett Lawson! That ball was tapped back up the middle. Lawson reached back for it with his bare hand like so many pitchers do, but he came up with it and threw a perfect throw to first, and there's 2 outs.
Left fielder Noel McGarry-Doyle.
I think the most impressive part of that was he threw the ball to first from his knees after making that barehanded catch. That was a quite remarkable defensive play.
A great play for sure from Lawson, as now we've seen he can also field his position well as well. That ball's inside for ball 1. Here is the left fielder, McGarry-Doyle, as he tops a ball foul down the first base side. Still nobody loosening up in the bullpen for Barrie, as Leishman has pitched extremely well so far.
Yeah, Leishman's just in the 70s in his pitch count, so he's not that high up in his pitch count. Whereas Palanchis was well into the hundreds on his day.
And that's definitely a byproduct of the long at-bats that Barrie has had. Welland, not so much, as that ball was up. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is outside. Now it's 3-1 as Lawson tries to get back over the plate. McGarry-Doyle is 1 for 3 on the night. He's got a single, as that was that ball that was hit hard at shortstop Pettipiece. That bounced into center field. And that ball's low for ball 4, as Barrie will get a base runner here with 2 outs.
Lawson just seems to lost his command a little bit there. Just after, I don't know if it was after the play where he kind of bent his leg back. I'm not sure if he's kind of a little tentative from that, but seems to lost his release point a bit. We'll see if he can dial back in here.
And now he's better find that release point quickly, as he'll face the power-hitting first baseman Ryan Rio with a runner at first base and 2 out. He looks in for the sign. He's got it. Sets out the belt. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit on the ground to the second baseman Mackey, and it's going to get through the hole. Going around second, was the runner McGarry-Doyle, but he holds up there as a good throw, keeps him there. That ball was hit very hard between the first baseman Keller and second baseman Mackey. But a good job by Pasco to hustle the ball in. But now there's runners at first and second with 2 out as we play in the top of the 7th. Here's the designated hitter, Mike Cicchetto. Taps his bat on the plate. He's ready. The right-handed hitter is set. So is Lawson. Here's the pitch. This ball smashed, and he jumped by Pettipies, but he can't get it. They're waving the runner around third, and there will be no throw. That was a hard-hit ball from the DH Cicchetto. He cashes in as McGarry Doyle scores from second base, and there was no throw. 3-0 Barrie.
Third baseman Marcel Lacoste.
Yeah, Lawson just doesn't seem comfortable since that play where he went down. Yes, he's finding strikes, and that ball was scorched off the bat over Pettipies' head.
That ball was hit very hard, and Pettipies had a very nice attempt at it. He just couldn't reach it. Now stepping up is the third baseman, Lacasse. Ready in the box. That pitch is over at the knees for a strike. He's back in the strike zone now. 0-1. Against the number 5 hitter. That ball's down low. 1-1. Lacasse has struck out twice today. He's also walked and stolen a base. See if he can strike him out for the third time. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, but foul. Down the first base line as Keller gives it a look. Some more action going on down there in the Jackfish bullpen as it looks like another right-hander is loosening up. We will try to find out for you who that is throwing down there. Well, hit on the ground at first base, and he can't make the play. He's coming around third. He'll pick it up. Pasco with the throw. The ball will be not cut. It'll get to the plate, but the run will score. As Barrie extends their lead, it's 4-0. Another runner scoring from second base as that ball was hit hard past the first baseman Keller as he broke back towards the base. As we know, Griffin Keller usually playing the outfield for Welland, getting the start at first base today, maybe not extremely comfortable in that spot.
Yeah, that ball was hit between the first baseman and second baseman in a good location. Again, Barrie getting hits with runners in scoring position. Welland has not been able to capitalize on those runners in scoring position.
Swing and a miss for a strike. This is LeBlanc, the right fielder. That ball hit up the middle. Pettipies charging, gloves it. Throw on the run, he got him. Good play, Nolan Pettipies, but Barrie does score. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th.
All right, fans.
4-0
middle of the
Baycats.
7th inning. Matt Hildebrand.
Back here at the pond, Matt Hildebrand steps up. It's 4-0 Barrie as they push 2 more across in the top of the 7th. Ball, perfect pitch. As Leishman still going strong here in the bottom of the 7th. And something's going on here as the umpire's out from behind the plate. And the Jackfish first base coach is going somewhere. That is Patrick Casey down there. And it seems like he's been ejected from the ball game.
Seems that way. He's heading up. He must have had conversations with Rose after that play at first base in the last inning.
Did you notice if he was thrown out by the first base umpire?
Yeah,
he was.
The first base umpire.
Okay, well, first base coach Patrick Casey is out of this game. As frustration seems to be boiling over a little bit for the Jackfish. The count is 0-1. That last pitch to Hildebrand was a perfectly executed breaking ball right over the plate. That ball jam shot, hit foul. Nobody could get there. Leishman continues to throw. Here's the 0-2. Hit up the first base line. That's a foul ball. Was close just to the right of the first base bag. And the count will remain 0-2.
I missed by just inches. It looked like it might have even caught over top of the bag.
Definitely close, but Hildebrand will stay up there. He's got a battle. Now a ground ball hit to first base. Rio up with it. He'll jog over there and step on the bag. 1 out as Hildebrand grounds out to first base. That's 3 unassisted. For the first out, seemed like a carbon copy of that ball that was hit earlier on in that at-bat. Just a little more to the left. And now Griffin Keller, the first baseman, will step up to the plate. Keller in this lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. That ball's in the dirt. Picked nicely behind the plate. The fans are getting into it now. The crowd seemed to have filled out as we moved on this evening. That ball's just on the outside corner as the fans continue to chant, "Let's go Jackfish." Trying to encourage Griffin Keller at the dish. Here's the 1-1. The ball hit up the middle. It will get through for a base hit. Keller's on. Again, not a ball that was hit extremely sharply, but that doesn't matter. He's on at first base, and now Owen Diodati will step to the plate.
Number 7, Owen Diodati.
Diodati, the Niagara native, takes the first pitch in the dirt. Another good block by McDonald back there. I mentioned it earlier in the game, but McDonald has had a very strong game behind the dish. Time called at the plate as he still threw the pitch. Late time call by Diodati, but it was granted by home plate umpire Dave Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips can speak granted those. He granted a couple to Barrie earlier in the game as well.
Count is still 1-0. Not a big lead from Keller at first. That ball's right down the middle, splits the plate. First strike 1. Diodati is 0 for 2 in his debut here with the Jackfish. That ball's hit in the air in a right field. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. Keller around second. He's on his way to third. Coming up, throw to the bag, a slide, and he's in there. There will be no throw. It was cut off. by the shortstop. Carson Burns, is now the Jackfish are in business. Runners at first and third as Diodati checks in with his first hit of the season. A great piece of base running by Keller as well.
Shortstop number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
Keller did a good job of making sure that ball got down, then picking up his third base coach around second base. Got into third base with a slide, but there wasn't a throw. One out here as we play in the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Barrie.
It seems to be what the Jackfish has done lately, though. Late rallies in the game. One, and they scored six runs in the 9th inning. This is coming from the bottom of the lineup as well. Diodati, clearly a huge addition to sign with the Jackfish. Local talent, but had a solid season in Alabama in 2021 and continuing that here today.
Now after that meeting on the mound, for Barrie, Nolan Pettipiece, the shortstop, will stand up. Pitch to him is outside for a ball. And as we take a look down there in the Barrie bullpen, there is some movement now. Here's the pitch high and inside for a ball, as that is Aiden Rosell starting to get loose, the left-hander down there in the Baycats bullpen. The 2-0 pitch. Nope, he'll pick off to first, almost threw it wide. Fans getting on the pitcher releaseman a little bit. Runners at first and third. The pitch to Pettipiece outside, ball 3. 3-0.
Leishman seems to be a little distracted by Diodati at first, but with a 4-run lead here, that guy at first is not a factor. I don't think he's going anywhere. The Jackfish do not want to run into outs.
And he gets a strike call, and you're exactly right on that. At this point in a ball game, down by 4 runs, base runners is what you need. Here's the pitch high for ball 4, and the bases will be loaded. And it looks like a pinch hitter coming to the plate. And number 2, we've got a pinch hitter coming up that looks to be Zarly Cena off the bench. Zarly Cena will pinch hit for the second baseman, Robert Mackey.
Pinch hitting for your Welland Jackfish, number 2, Zarly Cena.
Zarly Cena, the outfielder, comes off the bench. In 9 games this year, he's gotten off to a bit of a slow start. He's hitting 161. But he hits this ball into center field. Backing up is the second baseman, and he's not going to get it. The ball drops. Keller will score from third as the ball gets away. But they're not going to send the next runner, as the bases will remain loaded. Zarly Cena with a big hit off the bench. And the Jackfish have one on the board, and the bases remain loaded for another pinch hitter, as Dennis Day-Benning will step to the plate.
Pinch hitting for Welland, number
It's great to
6,
see Zarly Cena come through there. That ball wasn't too hardly hit, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes hits like that can break you out of a slump, and let's hope that's what happens here with Cena. Now another pinch hitter is another outfielder, Dennis Day-Benning.
Well, that seems to be the theme that Barrie was doing. Not hard hit contact, but finding the right holes with the runner in the scoring position. Finally, the Jackfish able to capitalize on that.
Ball hit foul. Leishman sets. Here's the pitch. Splits the plate for a strike. Day-Benning now down 0-2. Day-Benning has gotten off to a pretty good start this year. In 10 games for the Jackfish, he's hitting .273. Credit one double in there as well. But he's got a battle now, sitting 0-2, and time is called at the plate. See if there can be another pinch hit magic here, but the bases still loaded. Swing and a miss from Dave Benning. He strikes out. And there's now 2 away, but we go back to the top of the order with Ethan Pascoe.
Right fielder number 8, Ethan Pascoe.
Pascoe up to the plate in this lefty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 3 so far. See if he can come through. Here's that ball's high for ball 1.
Yeah, Pascal had the right idea last time on that bunt, but thought he beat it out, but it wasn't called out. But there's no way he's bunting here with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Needs a big clutch hit here.
See if there can be some 2-out magic here for the Jackfish. Pitch outside, and a great play by the catcher. He doesn't know where the ball is. But he hangs on to it. Another good stop by McDonald behind the plate.
Freeze! Everybody
Bases
clap your
are
hands.
still loaded as Diodati is at third base. Nolan Pettipies gets his lead at second. And Zarly Sina, who got that pinch hit RBI, is on base at first. The 2-0. Just on the corner for strike 1, and the crowd disagrees with that one.
Seems to be right on the edge of the outside corner. It seemed to be a little outside from our vantage point up here. And the crowd agrees with that.
Leishman looks in. He's got his sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The count is 2-2. And this is a spot where Pascoe's really got to bear down. He's got to battle with 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering. Fouled straight back. Looked like he got jammed a little bit on that pitch. As Marshall Leishman continues to throw and still seems to have some life on his fastball.
Yeah, he does, but he's well over the 100 pitch mark now, so this could be ending near the end of his day.
That ball is high. The count will be full. And intrigue now as the runners will be off on the pitch with full count and 2 out. Pascoe set in the box. The 3-2 pitch. Outside for ball 4. The Jackfish score another on a bases loaded walk from Leishman. And it's 4-2. They've cut the lead in half. And here comes the manager out of the dugout. As Josh Matlow with a slow walk to the mound, and it seems to be all for his starter tonight. Leishman pitched well, but will exit here in the 7th. 4-2. The ball game for the Baycats, as it is left-hander Aiden Rosell taking over for the starter Leishman, who pitched well into the 7th inning. But he's now out of the game. All the runners on base are still his responsibility. Rosell from Barrie, Ontario, playing for his hometown team. Out of the bullpen this year, he has a 2.84 ERA. He struck out 6, and he's 0-1 on the season. Time is called right before first pitch.
Interesting that Barrie brings in another left-handed pitcher here against Marriott. But if Marriott can get on base, you have Tofflin at bat. So that would be a huge advantage to him.
Here's Marriott at the dish. That ball's high, up and in. And the crowd really on him now.
The change up there, I think the last thing he wants to do right now is hit a bat with the bases loaded.
Definitely not intentional there. Here's the 1-0. Just on the outside corner. Crowd didn't like it, but that's been a strike all night for home plate umpire Dave Phillips. Pitcher steps off. Marriott today has been on base all 3 times. He's walked, hit a single, and was hit by a pitch. The 1-1 pitch. This ball hit into center field. That ball is going to get down. One run's going to score. Another one seen around third. The throw to the plate. That first slide, he scores. And the ball game is tied. Eric Marriott with a huge hit for the Fish.
We talked about all game about Barrie getting some clutch hits with running scoring position. Now here in the 7th inning, the Jackfish getting some clutch hits with running scoring position, coming back and tying the game.
That's a big 2-out hit for Eric Marriott as he keeps his perfect day alive. With a single into the outfield, and the game is tied. Now here's Dane Tofflin at the plate to face the lefty. That pitch over the plate for strike 1. Out at second base is Ethan Pasco. Eric Marriott stands at first after that big hit to tie the ball game. Tofflin set in the box. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a foul back. Another thing that might get lost in that big hit by Marriott was great base running at second base by Zarly Cena, who got a hit off of the bench as a pinch hitter. He saw that ball was not hit hard enough to get into the outfield, and with 2 outs, he's going on contact, of course. And he scored. It was a close play at the plate, but he got in there.
Yeah, it was great. Well, I mean, 2 outs, you got to go on contact, but he was running the whole way.
Both runners were on the move there. Pasco and Marriott tried the double steal, but with 2 strikes, Tofflin fouled the ball back. The Jackfish once again have come behind to tie the ball game. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes again, but a swing and a miss from Tofflin. And the inning is over. But the Jackfish do score 4. And the ball game is now tied as we move to the top of the 8th inning here at Welland Stadium. Back here at the pond as the score is now 4-4 as we go to the top of the 8th. A bunch of defensive changes that we'll tell you about after a busy last half of the inning. But on the mound first is Casey Howard for the Jackfish, the 5'11" right-hander from Brantford, Ontario. He winds. He's ready. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss from Howard. Howard on the season has 6 games out of the bullpen, 8 2/3 innings. Has a 10.38 ERA so far. We'll try to get that down here as he faces the second baseman, Jansen. This ball hit on the ground to second base. Mackey, sliding stop. He'll get up, throw on to first, but it won't be in time as he had a little trouble getting that ball out of his glove. And excuse me, that is not Mackey out there. That is Nolan Pettipiece at second base. As there were some changes, that seems like a good time to tell you what's going on. As Nolan Pettipiece is at second base. Dane Toughlin has moved from third base to shortstop. Owen Diodati has come in from left field to play third base. Zarly Cena is in the game in left field. He pinch hit. And then the catcher now is Andrew Mercier. Howard set at the belt. Squares to bunt. They'll get the ball down, but it's foul. Of course, with all those pinch hitters last inning, he had to make some changes as Dennis Day Banning hit for the catcher Underwood, and that's why we see Mercier in the game right now. Squares to bunt early. Here's the pitch, pulls it back. It's a ball upstairs. He's really showing the bunt early as it's a definite sacrifice situation for the catcher McDonald. Howard steps off. Now the throw over to first. Back in time, there was no tag applied by Keller.
Howard was a staple in the back end of the bullpen for the Jackfish in 2019. He really took over the closer role for the Jackfish. Struggling a little bit to get this season, but after a season off, it's been difficult on some of these guys, especially the relief pitchers who don't pitch on a daily basis.
For sure, and relief pitching is one of the tougher things to do in baseball as it is, as the count goes to 2-1. Definitely highlighted by not being able to play baseball for a full season. Jansen's got his lead from second. Nobody out here as we play in the top of the 8th, excuse me. It's 4-4. Bunt right to the pitcher. He'll throw to first, and he got him. Close play, but a good job by Howard off the mound to field his position. But the sacrifice is successful as Jansen moves into second base.
Shortstop, Carson Burns.
So McDonald will be credited for a sacrifice there. No official at-bat. And this is Carson Burns, the shortstop, the number 9 hitter in this Barrie lineup. And this is a guy that Howard definitely wants to retire before he has to go back to the top of the order to get the pesky hitting Jake Wilson. Howard's ready, and the pitch hit in the air. The third baseman moves over, but that ball's way out of play. And some scattering going on in the stands when that ball came in. Nobody could get a glove on it, get a hand on it. Nobody could grab onto Souvenir there. The count is 0-1 now after that foul ball. Still 4-4 our scores. We play in the 8th. It's the pitch from Howard. That ball's down in the dirt for a ball that counts 1-1. Again, with hitters down in the order, you really want to come after them with your fastball. Make them show you that they can hit that fastball. Counts even at 1. Howard set at the belt. And the pitch. Hit on the ground, up the middle. That ball's going to sneak through for a base hit. Around third is Jansen, and there will be no throw as Barrie has come back and taken the lead once again. It's 5-4.
Center fielder Jake Wilson.
Once again, the ball not hit extremely hard, but still a good piece of hitting by the number 9 hitter, Burns, as they'll get Wilson back to the plate. Lost in all that as well will be the sacrifice bunt from Jake McDonald that pushed that runner into second base. Without that, there would probably only be runners at first and second right now. Now here is Jake Wilson, the leadoff hitter. Strike on the inside corner. Wilson didn't like it, but the count's 0-1. Wilson has 3 hits on the day. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Again, home plate umpire Dave Phillips really liking that outside corner for the majority of this game as the count's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch, runner on the move. The throw down to second, it is not in time. As Carson Burns steals second, that's the 4th stolen base of the night for Barrie. And that'll move a runner into scoring position for leadoff man and center fielder Jake Wilson. The pitch down, good block by Mercier. As he pounces on that ball quickly and the runner won't advance. It's got to be tough to come off the bench and immediately go into the catching position. That's got to be one of the harder things to do.
Yeah, you're cold. You're not used to it. You haven't been in the game all game. Luckily, he came in with a new pitch, with a pitcher he's familiar with. But yeah, Mercy's done a good job blocking the balls down in the dirt from Howard here. And that was a pretty good throw. He just not on time. Got a good jump.
Pettipies moves over. He's got the ball. Fire on to first. 2 gone. Good play by Pettipies as he ranged to his left and got a nice friendly hop to throw out the runner Wilson as they finally retire him. But on the play, runner Carson Burns will move into third. Two outs now, and McGarry Doyle steps up. He's the left fielder tonight. Swing and a miss for strike 1. McGarry Doyle in left field made a great play early on in this one as he ranged far into foul territory back in, I think, what was the 3rd inning to record an out. Now he's here at the plate with a runner at third base and 2 out. The 0-1 pitch. Ball outside, strike on the outside corner once again from the home plate umpire Phillips. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Backing up is Tofflin, still going back, backing up, and he makes a great play. Dane Tofflin, who just shifted over from third base to shortstop, kept going off, must have called off the left fielder Cena, and he makes a great sliding grab. But Barrie does push one across. 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Hildebrand.
5-4 as we play in the bottom of the 8th. Matt Hildebrand, who also led off the 7th, will lead off the 8th here as the Jackfish did bat around in the last inning. This is Matt Hildebrand's 4th at-bat of the day, looking for his first hit on the night. Over the plate for strike 1. Hildebrand has struck out and flown out to center field today. That ball's hit foul. Down onto the berm. And that ball's going to drop, and there's a race for the baseball. Looks like a diving play was made out there. Now back to the action. Hildebrand in an 0-2 hole. He's going to try to dig himself out. Here's the pitch from Roselle. Swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch from Roselle, and 1 out as Hildebrand strikes out. Here comes Griffin Keller, the first baseman.
First baseman number 24, Griffin Keller.
There's a party going on around town. This one rowdy cowboy throw down. Here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
Yep, that's the order.
That ball's down.
No, you got Diodati because he stays the same.
A ball, another left-handed, left-on-left matchup here, as both pitchers that have pitched for Barrie today have been left-handed. The next pitch to Keller. In on his hands as he fouls one off, back into the seats. The count's now 0-2, the second straight hitter that Roselle has gotten to an 0-2 count.
1-1.
And the count is, 1-1. The first pitch was a ball. And that ball's hit into left field. Backing up is the left fielder. He's on the run. And he makes the play. Another good job by Noel McGarry Doyle, because he's been very solid out there in left field today.
Third baseman number 7, Owen Diodati.
Here comes Owen Diodati, who is now the third baseman, as he moved over there from left field. As in the Jackfish bullpen, a right-hander is throwing. That is Zach Cameron. Here's the pitch. That ball is outside. Counts 1-0.
He's on deck, which is same order. Okay? He moves to second.
2 outs. Diodati waiting on a pitch, and he swings and misses. 4 strike 1. At this point in the ballgame, 2 outs, nobody on base. He's looking to drive one right here. Get himself at least into second base for Pettipies, who's on deck. Here's the 1-1. Ball broken bat, hit on the ground of the first baseman. Rio will make the play, walk over to the bag and touch it. And the inning is over. As Diodati not happy with himself, but it is 5-4. As we've played 8, we go to the 9th here at Welland Stadium. We move to the top of the ninth as the Baycats are leading 5-4.
First baseman.
The first
Ryan
baseman,
Rio.
Ryan Rio, will step up to the plate. He made the play in the bottom of the 8th to retire the fish. Now he's ready in the box. Steadies his bat behind his head. And Howard's ready to go. The first pitch of the 9th inning is just off the outside edge for ball 1. Rio looking to try to add on to this lead for the Baycats. That ball's fouled straight back. He was right on that pitch. Probably want to go away from the inside fastball here as he looked to be right on it. Might have just been in a little bit on his hands. Howard pitching from the windup. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. It's 2-1.
Hey, Ron, what does your brother do in that league? He's the oldest of the 3 Harrison brothers?
5-4 game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That ball's outside for ball 3. 3-1 as we look down in the Jackfish bullpen. It looks like right-hander Zach Cameron is ready down there. So he was throwing during the top half or the bottom half of the 8th. Here's the 3-1. Pitch bounces in for ball 4, and Rio will get to first base on a walk. That's his second time reaching base today.
The DH, Michael Cicchetto.
Here comes the designated hitter, Michael Cicchello. It's his 5th at-bat of the 9th, as we play in the 9th. He's set in the box. Howard is ready. Here comes the pitch. This ball's hit on the ground to the third baseman. Diodati picks it up. His only play is to first. Throw low, but a good play by Keller. And there's one gone. Diodati, who moved over from left field to third base, made the smart move there. The ball wasn't hit sharply. Had no chance of really getting a play at second base. So he made the smart play, didn't force the throw into second, and got the out at first. However, there is a runner at second now, and that is Ryan Rio. It's now Marcel Lacasse. Comes the pitch. That ball's just outside with a fastball from Howard. Lacasse has been on base twice tonight, has also struck out twice in his 5th at-bat here as he hits in the 9th inning. So 1-0 pitch from Howard. Fouled straight back. The count's 1-1. Again, this Barrie offense has done a good job at battling the Jackfish pitchers today, really getting their pitch counts up from the starter until now. Here's the 1-1, just outside for ball 2. Howard gave up a run in his last inning of work. He's trying to minimize the damage here as he pitches in the 9th. Still a runner at second base, moving out there. That ball's hit in the air into left field. Cena on the run, but he's not going to make a play on that one. That ball's foul. With a left-handed hitter at the plate, Cena, of course, shading a little more into the left center field gap, so he really had no chance to make a play on that one. The count is 2-2 now. Lacasse is ready at the plate for the 2-2 pitch. And here it comes from Howard. That ball's just inside as Mercier thought he had that one. He held the pitch, didn't get the call. Now he's having some words with home plate umpire Dave Phillips. But the count is 3-2. Runner at second base is Rio. Here's the pitch. Ball's hit in the air into left field. Cena backing up. Right underneath it, he makes the play. And there's 2 out in the 9th.
Right fielder David LeBlanc.
David LeBlanc will step up. That ball was hit fairly hard, but Cena had him positioned perfectly out there and left. Now here is David LeBlanc. He has scored a run in this ballgame. Also has a stolen base to his credit. Looking for a 2-out hit for Barrie as Howard tries to get out of this. Pitch outside. Picked up nicely by Mercier. That pitch was low in the dirt. For ball 1. LeBlanc, the right fielder, standing in the right-handed batter's box, is set for the 1-0. Pitch high at the letters for strike 1. 1-1. This is LeBlanc's 6th game of the season, hitting .273 coming into tonight. Pitch swing and a foul tip for strike 2, as that looked like a good breaking ball from Howard. Howard ready. The pitch hit on the ground, underneath his glove. Pettipiece has got to come get it. Throw on to first, and they got him. Great play by Pettipiece to retire the side. The Jackfish need 1 as we move to the bottom of the 9th. 5-4.
Jackfish baseball is presented by 9.
Nolan Pettipe steps up to the plate in the bottom of the ninth. The last chance here for the Jackfish as they get set to face a new pitcher in Brandon Hillier. The Orangeville, Ontario native, the right-hander, stands 6'1", has appeared in 1 game so far this year for the Baycats, and has allowed no runs in 1 inning pitched. In 2019, he pitched 5 innings, again, only allowing 1 run. That ball's up for ball 1 as Nolan Pettipe leads off the inning for the Jackfish with their last chance to tie this game or take the lead as he tops this ball at the plate, but it's foul. That was close to going fair right there, and Pettipe didn't get out of the box. But it is a foul ball, and now the count is 1-1. Pettipe ready in the box. The fans here at the pond encouraging him. Here's the pitch. That ball's outside. Counts 2-1. Hillier looks like he's got a little extra life on his fastball from the other 2 pitchers we've seen, and of course, the first right-handed pitcher we've seen from Barrie tonight. This ball's hit on the ground to third base. Tough hop! He's going to pick it up, throw on at first, and they still got him. Marcel Lacasse had a diving play early on in the ballgame. That was a tough hop, kind of ate him up. But he stuck with it and threw him out, and there's 1 away here in the 9th as Zarly Cena will step up to the plate for his second at-bat.
Zarly Cena.
The number 8 hitter, Cena, at the dish. That pitch just at the letters for strike 1. The crowd urging on the Jackfish here. A crowd of over 900 fans at the pond tonight. Here's the pitch. That pitch outside. No, just caught the outside corner, according to home plate umpire Dave Phillips, and the count's 0-2. Zarly Cena's really got to find a way to get on now. He digs in. He had a big hit in the 7th. Let's see if he can do it again here. That pitch off the end of the bat. It's going to get into center field. It is down for a base hit. Zarly Cena off the end of the bat, but he's got his second hit of the night. And here comes the catcher, Andrew Mercier.
Number 26, Andrew Mercier.
That's the second hit of the night for Zarly Cena. As I mentioned earlier, he got off to a little bit of a slow start, as now looks like there's going to be a pinch runner, as Brandon Underhill will come off the bench and run for Cena at first base. But that's a big step in the right direction for Zarly Cena. 2 big hits for the Jackfish. That's got to feel good for him. And maybe he can get into a little bit of a groove now. Underhill on at first base now as the pinch runner. He seems to be one of the go-to guys the Jackfish like to use to run in late game situations. Now the catcher, Andrew Mercier, will stand in for his first at-bat of the night, as he came in as a defensive replacement to take over as the catcher. That ball's high. On the year, Mercier in 8 games has 2 hits in 19 at-bats, also 2 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. It's early swing and a miss. Looks like he took something off there, and the count's 1-1. Mercier, the London, Ontario native, a veteran in the IBL, is waiting on a 1-1. Time is called once again at the plate, as we've seen that a few times tonight. Mercier's ready in the box. Here's the 1-1. Hit in the air. Well, that ball's going to get into the seats, see if somebody can make a play, and it bangs off one of the bleachers. The count's 1-2. Mercier's moved around a little bit this year. Majority of the time as a designated hitter and a catcher. He has played a couple games at first base as well. But now looking for a big hit here in the 9th. Step off from the pitcher, Hillier. Ball hit to first base. They're going to go to second for 1, and they can't hold on to the ball. A low throw from the first baseman, Ryan Rio, and everybody's safe. And that's a couple times we've seen some tough throws from the first baseman, Ryan Rio, as there's runners at first and second now.
Right fielder, number 8, Ethan.
Brian Essery's calling time. Somebody's getting loose down there. Not sure who this is. So right there, good job by Mercier just to put the ball in play. Good things will happen once you put the ball in play. As there's a pinch runner into the game now. We'll try to find out who that is for you.
Pitch running at first base for your Jackfish, number 16, Nick DeGennaro.
And Nick DeGennaro will come in and make his first appearance in the IBL as he is a U22 call-up. Runners at first and second now as we go back to the top of the order. In right fielder, Ethan Pasco. Corners in. The bunt is on, but they pull back. As Underhill got an aggressive lead out there. But got back to second base easily. Runners at first and second, both pinch runners. And the pitch squares to bunt, pulls the bat back again. And it's strike one, it counts 1-1. Running at second base is Brandon Underhill. He ran for Zarly Cena after he got on with a base hit. And running at first base is Nick DeGennaro, running for Andrew Mercier after he got on that error by the first baseman Rio. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. He squares to bunt once again, and the ball gets away. Both runners are going to advance. A huge break for the Jackfish as they don't need to give away an out, and now both runners are in scoring position at second and third. Now you almost definitely got to think at this point the bunt will almost definitely be off with runners at second and third. The infield's going to come in now for Barrie as they're going to try to cut the run down at the plate. Ethan Pasco. A call-up from the junior Jackfish in a huge spot here. The 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air into left field. Back to tag is Underhill. The play is made. Underhill tags. He's coming to the plate. The throw will not be cut off. He slides, he scores, and the ball game is tied. A great piece of hitting from Ethan Pasco. And the Jackfish have tied the ball game. That ball was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a guarantee they were going to send the runner there. But the runner at third base liked his chances there, and he gambled right as the Jackfish had tied the ball game. Eric Marriott steps up now. Marriott swinging a ball into center field. Moving over is the center fielder. He's under it, and he makes the play. Jake Wilson again runs the ball down in the alley. But the game is tied as the Jackfish score one. It's 5-5. We'll get some extra baseball here on a Thursday night as we go to the top of the 10th. We are in the top of the 10th here. On the mound now for the Jackfish is right-hander Zach Cameron. The first pitch of the 10th. In there for a ball. Might have been a bit high. Cameron on the year has appeared in 6 games, all out of the bullpen. Has a 3.72 ERA. He also has picked up a win on the year. And of course, with the new rules in extra innings, there's a runner out at second base to start the inning for Barrie, and that is David LeBlanc. Here comes the pitch inside. Ball 2. The first pitch from Cameron might have been a cross-up as the new catcher into the game, Nick Buckborough, kind of acted like he was expecting a fastball when it was a breaking ball. Counts 2-0. Pitch outside. 3-0. Couple changes as Nick Buckborough is into the game as Andrew Mercier was pinch ran for. And going back into left field is Owen Diodati, and staying in the ball game and playing third base now is Brandon Underhill. Comes the pitch from Cameron. called a ball. That pitch looked to be right over the outside edge, and he's been given that pitch all night. But he couldn't get the call. As now the entire infield is going to come in. They're going to talk to the pitcher, Cameron. Runners at first and second now. Jake McDonald at the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. We'll see if the sacrifice bunt happens again, as it seems to be the right situation for it. That's probably what they're going over on the mound right now, where they want to play the defense. Everybody is dispersed. And now Jake McDonald, the catcher, will get set to go. The number 8 hitter. On deck is Carson Burns, the shortstop. We'll see if he's squaring around a bunt here with runners at first and second and nobody out. He is. And right there, that move by Zach Cameron is all just to see if the hitter would square around to bunt. They found that he will, and that's why Tofflin is back in to talk to the pitcher. Cameron's ready at the belt, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, and he bunts it. A great job by Cameron right there. That's exactly where you want to throw that when somebody's trying to drop down a bunt. A high and in fastball. And he got him to foul it off there. Counts 0-1. And you got to assume he'll be bunting again. Ready in the box, Underhill. Playing in at third base. Both corners are in, actually, as Keller is in as well. Not bunting, a swing and a miss. For strike 2, surprisingly took the bunt off right there. And judging by the third base coach's signs, looks like they're going to ask him to just swing away now with 2 strikes. McDonald chokes up on the bat. Here's the 0-2. Pitch fouled away as he stays alive. McDonald from Vancouver, British Columbia, has had a tough time at the dish to start this season. So he's hitting 143 on the year. He does have 2 RBIs. Just in battle mode now as Cameron wants a new pitch, and he's got it. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Zach Cameron as he got him with a high fastball, and there's 1 down.
Shortstop Carson Burns.
Now here comes Carson Burns, the shortstop. He's been on base once tonight and a stolen base to his credit. 1 out, still runners at first and second. Here's the pitch just outside. Back to that last at-bat against McDonald. Cameron did an amazing job pitching there as he got the foul off for strike 1, went up with a fastball for strike 2, and went again with a high fastball for strike 3. He wants another pitch as he's going to step off the mound, as you saw a couple times there. He told the catcher to go through the signs again. Here's the pitch from Cameron. High, and the ball gets off the glove of Buckborough, and the runners will advance. That will be considered a pass ball for sure, as that ball glanced off the glove of Buckborough. Nobody loosening in the bullpen for the Jackfish, so this is Cameron's inning to get. The left-handed hitting Carson Burns is going to hit with the infield in now as the Jackfish, of course, are going to try to cut down the run at the plate. Swinging a foul off third base side. Right into the Jackfish dugout. "5-5 is our scores. We play in extra innings here in the top of the 10th. 1 out with 2 runners on. Pitch fouled straight back. As that ball was coming straight for the press box up here, but it just glanced off the top of the netting. And we got our cameraman to flinch up here. So he wasn't ready for that ball to fly through. He got lucky it didn't come through. The count's 2-2 now. Cameron looking for another strikeout. The 2-2. That ball's going to get away from Buckborough once again, and he can't find it. The ball's behind him, and a run will score. 6-5 as another ball gets by the catcher. That one may be classified more as a wild pitch as it did hit the dirt. But still a tough way to surrender the lead here in extras. Infield still in, runner at third. Full count. Here it comes. Pitch hit on the ground at first base, and it gets through the legs of Keller. That ball's going to get down the line into right field. Heading for second is the runner throwing there, and he's safe. Carson Burns puts the ball on the ground that gets through the first baseman, Keller, and he gets into second base on it, a 2-base error. And a run will score at 7-5. As now we go back to the top of the order, and a guy that has been a thorn in the side of the Jackfish all night in Jake Wilson. The runner out at second, swing and a miss. First strike one, and once again, a tough play there in the field. Keller not used to playing first base. So that ball was bounced up the first base line. One strike on the batter now. And the pitch splits the plate. For strike two, it's 0-2. The Jackfish are not out of this ball game by any means. We know they have the offense to come back. And Cameron's still throwing the ball well. Here's an 0-2 pitch. As he lost that one, gets all the way to the backstop. He might have a chance to throw him out, but he can't hang on to it. As that's another wild pitch here in the 10th. The third ball that's gotten by the catcher, and of course on that play, Buckborough had really no chance as that curveball got away from Cameron. But the runner will move up to third, and the infield's got to come in once again. Pitch swing and a miss. He struck him out. With a strikeout there, the infield can move back. Because there's 2 outs, the play will be going to first base. McGarry Doyle stands in. 2 outs in the 10th. Here's the pitch from Cameron. That ball's in the dirt. A good block by Buckborough to hold that runner at third. Cameron winds and fires, fouled straight back off the mask of the catcher. Umpire Dave Phillips will go out there, clean the plate off, give the catcher some time to regroup. The count's now 1-1. McGarry Doyle up, Ryan Rio on deck. Cameron again asking for the catcher to go through the signs, but he's got one now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two, the count's 1-2. It'll be big for Cameron to get out of this inning, allowing only 2 runs. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him for strike 3. But Barrie does score 2 runs, and it's 7-5 as we head to the bottom of the 10th.
Leading off the 10th inning.
Back here at the pond, the Jackfish need a couple runs to tie and 3 to win. Here's we play the bottom of the 10th. The runner out there at second base is Eric Marriott as he recorded the last out of the 9th on a fly ball to center field. There is one defensive change to tell you about for Barrie as James Anderson has come in to do the catching here in the 9th. The Welland faithful trying to get their team going here in the 10th as that ball's high for ball 1. A good start to the 10th. Dane Toffland steps up in a big spot. Here's the 1-0. High for ball 2. Could have been inside as well as he's gotten ahead in the count here. Tofflin, Hildebrandt, and Keller due up this inning. Take a look back at second base, but nobody's there. Here comes the pitch, same location, and it's ball 3. And you got to think in this situation, Dane Tofflin's got the 3-0 green light. See if he can get a ball airborne. Here it comes. That ball just over the inside corner. And the count's 3-1. Now, he may have had the green light there, but not the type of pitch you want to be swinging at 3-0. So he took it for a strike. Still in a very favorable hitter's count, 3-1. Pitch high and away for ball 4. Tofflin will reach. And the winning run will now step to the plate in designated hitter Matt Hildebrandt. Matt Hildebrandt steps up to the dish. No out. Runners at first and second. Tofflin on at first. Marriott, the runner to start the inning at second. Pitch fouled straight back as he looked to be right on that one. Hildebrandt must be happy he gets to face a right-hander here, as Barrie's thrown 2 lefties and now the righty. Brandon Hillier. No movement in the Jackfish bullpen. So if this one continues, looks like Cameron will be back out there on the bump. There is some throwing down in Barrie's bullpen. We'll try to find out who that is. Hildebrandt's ready, swing and a miss. Took a big cut, now he's got a battle here down 0-2. He lifted his leg up, but went back to second base. So he wasn't comfortable with that pitch. The count's still 0-2 to Hildebrandt. Pitch inside, almost got him. He had to dodge out of the way of that one. Counts 1-2. Hildebrandt looking for his first hit of the night. Here's the pitch. Swing straight foul back. Again, Hildebrandt's right on that fastball. Hildebrandt ready in the box. The runners get their lead from first and second. Hillier's got the sign. He's set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing hit into center field. On the run, and he's going to make the play. The ball gets by him. Around third comes Marriott. Tofflin's right behind him. The throw is not going to be cut, and the 2-score. Matt Hildebrandt with a big 2 RBI double. And the game is tied at 7. Jake Wilson has played a great center field. All game. He dove for that one, could not make the play. And 2 runs coming to score on a big hit from Matt Hildebrandt.
And now batting for Welland. First baseman.
Now with nobody out, there'll be a pinch runner at second base for Matt Hildebrandt. It's the pitcher, Chris Boato. Griffin Keller, who made an error earlier on in the ball game, stands in with a tie game, nobody out in the 10th. Crowd into it now. Time is called at the plate as you're really worried about Chris Boato out there at second base.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Game's tied at 7 after a big RBI double from Matt Hildebrandt. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Bellato lead off a second. Pitch hit on the ground to second base. He'll pick it up, throw on to first. Low throw. But Rio makes the play over there, as that was a low throw from second baseman Owen Jansen, but a productive at-bat from Keller. Now there's a runner at third base, and of course the infield's got to come in. As the Barrie manager is out.
Number 7, Owen Diodati.
That's Josh Matlow. There is somebody up in the bullpen. Not quite sure if he's going to be coming into the game right now. This could just be a chat. Now they're going to intentionally walk Owen Diodati, as they will not give him the chance to drive in the winning run. And of course, that's the right play there, as you got to put the double play in order with one out. And here is Nolan Pettipies, who's playing second base
Number 4,
right now.
Pettipies.
Pettipies has been on base once today. He also hit a ball hard to the third baseman, Lacasse, which he gloved, and that ball's poured in for a strike. Runners at the corner, infield, double play depth. Here's the pitch down low for a ball. It's 1-1. Pettipies looking to come through here in the 10th. Bellato off of third. He's the only runner that matters right now. Here's the pitch. Runner going for second. That ball's fouled straight back. And that's a smart move from the runner, Diodati, to try to get into second base, as you'd really doubt that they'd try to throw through here. See if he can easily move up a bag and take the double play out of order. Pettipies ready, and a pitch. Swing foul, straight back once again. He's right on that fastball. Brendan Hillier trying to work out of the jam. Nolan Pettipies trying to come through with 1 out and 2 strikes. Time called at the plate, making everybody wait just a little longer. As he took a while getting his sign, but he's back on the rubber now as Hillier, and Pettipies is back in the box. Here's the pitch, ball hit in the air. Drifting into foul territory. That ball's going to get out of play. Oh, and a fan almost made a great catch down there. But the count remains at 1-2. A good at-bat here from Pettipies. Hillier's ready at the belt. The 1-2. That ball, strike 3 called just over the outside corner. But a runner will get into second base. But it doesn't matter now. And Brandon Underhill will step to the plate.
Third baseman, number 10, Brandon Underhill.
Underhill, one of the youngest members on this roster. The pitch to him over the inside corner for strike 1. He's into the game playing third base He came into pinch run for Zarly Cena back in the 9th. That ball's hit up the middle. That ball's going to get through, a base hit! Brandon Underhill wins it! As Chris Barato comes in to score and everybody's out of the dugout, the Jackfish win 8-7. And he is mobbed by his teammates out by second base. Brandon Underhill comes through with a big hit to seal the victory in the 10th. What a way to end it here at the pond. As Brandon Underhill is the hero of tonight's game.
Welland Jackfish.
Underhill got a fastball right over the plate, hit it up the middle, nobody could get a glove on it, and the pinch runner Boato came in to score. So the Jackfish win it 8-7 in walk-off fashion. Zach Cameron on the mound will get the win for the Jackfish, and Brandon Hillier will be given the loss for the Barrie Baycats. And that'll do it here at Welland Stadium. I'm Brendan Lang. Thank you for coming along with us. Jackfish win it on a walk-off, 8-7.
Thank you for attending tonight's game. Please drive home safely. We'll see you all